Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Timwe Presents, in which we look at another puzzle from the KTANE Puzzle Plethora. Today we have a puzzle that looks quite intimidating at first sight, and is called Weird Wall. I have not looked at the puzzle at all yet, but I can already see that this is quite a dense jungle of things. And I've also noticed the scroll bar, which means, oh my word, there is even more and even more and even more. I notice a lot of animals in here. Ooh, and there's some more stuff here. Okay, some X's in specific colors. Yeah, okay, so I guess we're gonna have to look through these images and see how much of this we can identify. I can already tell that some of this is going to be difficult to find if I don't know what module they're from. And let's hope that Google Images can help me a little. Alright, so I'm going to start a spreadsheet for this. And I think I'm going to put the spreadsheet and the puzzle side by side, like this. Alright, so we have, so in image 1, let's see what I can identify. We have a cross. In fact, let me just, aha, there's another cross here. And not quite sure if that is the same. Right, so there are these weird cross shapes, and that does appear kind of familiar to me, but I don't know what the module is called. So I guess right off the bat we're gonna be using Google Image Search. So I'm just gonna do this and then open Google Chrome and search Google for this image. And then restrict the search for katane.timwe.de. Alright, so none of these look like one of the crosses that we've seen, except maybe this one. But, oh, encrypted values. Let's see. Ah, yeah, no, it's not that. That one has only one cross. And it's, yeah, it's gonna be difficult to find, isn't it? Because none of these are what I'm looking for. Alright, so let's put that down as unidentified so far. And then the next thing is an icon, and that is battleship. I guess I'm gonna write it like this. And then we have, let's see, this is the ultra cube. And the specific rotation that is being shown here, let's see, the ultra cube manual has this to say. So this is the positive v-axis, and then going up vertically, that would be the positive z-axis. I'm gonna say that's vz. Let's bold that. Okay, then we have a candy cane. It kind of reminds me of the friendship module, where one of the symbols consists of two candy canes. Not quite sure if that is it, because it's, oh, it could be cheap checkout maybe. Cheap checkout. Candy canes. There's candy canes in the plural. But well, I'm just gonna put candy cane and see if I can find something more relevant later. Okay, so this, I believe, is one of the images from the iPhone, except without the deck chairs. Let's see. Let's close the. Okay, I don't know if it's one of the decoys in, let's see if any of the others have iPhone images that I recognize, and I do not recognize other iPhone images. Oh, it could just be, because I noticed here we have, well, we have lots of animals, but I noticed things relating to listening. That, for example, is a soccer match. And I suppose one of these birds could be a thrush nightingale. So in that case, I'm gonna say this is listening and it's beach. And then we have gamepad, I guess. Left, right, alpha. Okay, let me quickly take a look at the gamepad. And see where left, right, alpha. Oh, gamepad always has 4 things per. Okay, I think it's not Street Fighter, but the other one, Mortal Kombat. There we go. left, right, alpha, that is in fact green fireball. So I'm gonna write that down. Okay. I should probably also write down the listening code. Why am I opening the PDF? This one. The beach has this code. Ampersand, star, ampersand, ampersand. There you go. Alright, back to the puzzle. Alright, there is a piece of cake. I don't recognize that. And then there is an asterisk. I think that asterisk, yeah, I think this is also, look here, we have 2 asterisks. And we have the double dagger. I think this is from footnotes. Yeah, I recognize this because I tried out that module not too long ago. So that is kind of fresh in my mind. Let's take a quick look at footnotes. Yep, bingo. So let's put footnotes here. Asterisk. Let's do that. Which is listed first in the manual. I don't know if that's gonna be relevant. Also, this wasn't gamepad here. This was Mortal Kombat. Maybe I should write down where in the manual this is listed. And this was listed first. I don't. Okay, so the reason I'm hesitating is because here the beach is listed at the bottom, but I don't know whether to read these in columns or in reading order. So the total number of codes here. Let's see if I can just count these. We have all of these, that's 41. Okay. So if I read them in reading order, that would be a 41. Okay, let's keep going. Then we have a diamond. Let's see what other sort of gemstones. Here we have a green one. What's that? Emerald, I guess. This one doesn't have a gemstone. This one doesn't have a gemstone. And this one doesn't have a gemstone. So I'm not quite sure, because I was thinking jewel vault. But if there are only 2, then it's hard to confirm it's that, because I'm sure there are other modules that use emerald and diamond. In fact, this one doesn't even have diamond. It has glass, but I don't think that is glass. Okay, let's actually Google for this. Diamond and emerald. Double expert. Aha, or the giant's drink. Okay, there are 2 modules that seem to use that. So let's see where diamond is mentioned here. Aha. Okay. And the other one was this one here. Diamonds, rubies, or sapphires. And, ooh, quite a lot of... there we go, gems. Okay, well, I don't know which one of the 2 it is, but let's keep in mind that it could be double expert or the giant's drink. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, so this is some kind of bacterium, but I really don't recognize that at all. Let's see if Google can help us with that. So let's save that. Go to Chrome, open this, and search. Microorganisms, okay. Right, okay, so the exact graphic doesn't appear. But I just noticed that there is this exact icon. Bacteria. Okay, or microorganism. Okay, so let's search for bacteria on the website. Creation. I didn't even think of that. Okay, it could be hinting at creation, and some of the animals might be from creation. So this was bacterium. Was it bacterium or bacteria? It was bacteria, yes. And that's life plus swamp. I don't know if that's relevant, but let's just write that down. Then we have, okay, so this, this is, what's it called, maritime flags, but the reason I recognize that quickly is because in one of the older puzzles, we have, what's it called, crossword, right, and I suspect that the author probably used this same graphic here. So, anyway, so the number here was 62. Let's see what has the number 62 embayed. Okay, that was maritime flags embayed 62. Okay. Next one. This is a specific type of cookie. Let's see what other cookies are in the other ones. Here is a cookie with a lot of colorful like Smarties or something in it. This looks like, I don't know, maybe bran or oatmeal or something, but anyway, this one looks very much like a chocolate chip cookie. So I'm gonna assume that's cookie jars, chocolate chip. Okay. Then we have another icon which is IKEA. I guess I should probably put that with the other icon. I don't think the order matters because there's no clear sort of reading order because they're all arranged sort of inside and relative to each other. I do not recognize this graphic here. What could this be? Very pixelated. If I were familiar with that module, I would probably recognize it because it seems pretty distinct. So let's try search Google for this. Okay, didn't find anything. Ooh. Schemmi uncinetto filet lettere alfabeto punto filet. No idea how Google came up with that. Oops, let's site. Let's find that. Yeah, nothing at all. Nothing at all. I'm gonna have to pixelated image. You know, maybe I should mark the ones that I haven't identified at all in a color. So let's do that. And I'm not sure what module candy cane is from. And the cake, I couldn't quite identify where that was from either. Although I suppose I could Google for cake. Oh, I wrote down bacteria and bacterium twice. Okay, so let's just get rid of one of those. I probably would have noticed that at some point anyway. So we have Pigpen. Let's see, that would be an L. Or it could be Pigpen or it could be SGA. Right? SGA has okay, come on. Let's go odd one out. Right, if we look at the SGA here, here it's actually a there you go, it's an E. So it's a Pigpen L or an SGA E. I'm not quite sure which one. Now the SGA tends to have blocky or squarey kind of things, and the Pigpen tends to have a circular dot. So I'm tending towards SGA for that reason. And also it looks more like an L, so it's taller than it is wide. In Pigpen this tends to be very square. If we just look at Pigpen Cipher, for example. Alright, this is on Wikipedia. Let me find Pigpen. Alright, this is Pigpen Cycle. Come on, let's see Pigpen Cipher. Oh yeah, Pigpen Rotations is the name of that module. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go with SGAE. And we'll see if that's right. Alright, now what specific kind of bird is this? My guess would be albatross or something, but I'm really not that good at bird watching. So I'm just gonna Google for this and hope to find something there. An egret. It's an egret. Where in KTANE do we have egrets? Oh, in cheap checkout with double E. Ah, okay. So let's put that here and let's say cheat checkout egret $9 1 cent. Low medium. Right. Let's close that. I've never played that module, so I'm not quite sure how it works, but I'm guessing these are the pitches in the bird call. Alright, so we've done these. Now what is this flag? I should probably click this to get a sort of bigger view on this. Alright, let's see if I can find this flag. I do not recognize that flag at all. So it's unlikely that it's a country flag. Alright, let's open Google Chrome again and search Google for this image. I suspect that it's gonna tell me, oh, it just says flag. Wow, that is Eindhoven. This is the flag of Eindhoven. I have no idea what. Oh, of course. What's it called? European travel is what the module is. Let's see. Yep, indeed, European travel. So Eindhoven is, so first of all, European travel, right? Eindhoven is Z01 destination. And of course the Netherlands, which is orange. I don't know if that matters. None of the others, or at least for the most part, they weren't associated with colors. Yeah, let's write it down. Why not? Okay. Quite a lot of stuff to keep track of here. Wait and write. This is clearly from who's on first. Then we have this keypad symbol. Now let's move on to the left. We have, okay, one of these puzzle glyphs, and since multiple modules use the same glyphs, I like to use this manual because that almost literally has just the, you know, the symbols themselves. So this is clearly an A in set 2. So puzzle glyph. That word is hard to type. A in set 2. Okay. Next we have a camel, right? A cartoonish camel. Not quite sure what module would be. I mean, of course there are modules that use camels. Like for example, Zoo has a camel on it. It also has a bear on it, so I guess we'll get to the bear in a second. Now I'm willing to bet that this is a character from Westeros. Or rather a character from Game of Thrones mentioned in the module Westeros. Let's see. Let's open this again. Let's go here, search for this, and we will find Arya Stark. That does sound familiar. So if I go here and I open Westeros, I'm sure I can type that. Arya, there we go. Stark, indeed, yes. Okay, so from Westeros, we have Arya Stark. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if any of these might be relevant. It seems quite strongly hinting at winter, but beach most certainly doesn't hint at winter, and neither does any other. Okay, well, let's continue. So this is the graphic for cookie jars from object shows. Then we have Braille. This is the word B-E-A-T-I-N-G, beating, right? Now normally ing would be written with a special code in Braille, right? If you look at the thing, there is actually a single character for ing. So this one looks like one of the Dragon Energy characters, except in a different font. But let's see if I can identify it. We're looking for, yeah, it doesn't look like it's one of these. So let's see what else uses Chinese characters. I think there is one called Chinese strokes. There we go. But it doesn't list actual characters. It just tells you how to. Oh, there we go. There are some actual characters here. It could be this one. No, it's not this one. Is it this one? It's also not this one. No. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's any of these. Right, and it's also not Chinese counting, in case you saw that here in the list, because Chinese counting only deals with the digits, and this is definitely not one of the digits. Alright, so as a last-ditch effort, I'm gonna try Google search, but I doubt that it will. You know, actually, I can use Google search to find what the actual character is rather than what module uses it. But let's first do this. Okay. It's a logo. No, surely not. This is the logo that it's referring to. All right, ooh. Aha, it is indeed the first letter from this Akihabara company name. Well, anyway, let's try this restriction to the website. And as I suspected, it doesn't find anything. Okay, so let's see if we can find out more about that. There we go. It's a train station. Okay, and this seems to be the character, right? Yes. Okay, so let's go to Wiktionary and see what that has to say about this character. So in Chinese, it means to reap, harvest, gather, or to finish, end, or die. Let's see. Oh, autumn. Oh, it could be one of the mahjong tiles. Oh, wow. Let's go to the. Let's go back to Firefox here and open the mahjong manual, and let's take a look at. No, that is not actually one of those characters. Oh, wait. No, I wouldn't be right. So autumn is one of these, which is represented by the right. So let's actually just search for this autumn tile. There we go, and there we go. That does look kind of similar. That is possible that it's the same. Okay, let's go to Google Images. I probably spelled that wrong. Is there one with just the Chinese symbol on it? Let's take a look at this one. It looks similar enough. I'm tempted to say that it's probably this one. Yeah, well, anyway, so even if it's not mahjong, we know that it's definitely autumn. But I'm going to write down mahjong just in case. All right, then we have the bear. I can't think of any module other than zoo that uses bear, but we can always search for it. Wolf. Oh, okay. Wolf, goat, and cabbage. Could be that. I should probably write this out so I know what, because otherwise I might not recognize this again later. And then there's also Toon Enough. Okay. Skyrim has a cave bear, right? But yeah, I don't. Yeah, if it was that, it would probably show the Skyrim thing. All right, and then we have the diffused screen from free play. Time remaining 4 minutes. I doubt that I'm supposed to read any of this text because it's extremely small, and it would probably be higher resolution if that were the case. So I'm just gonna say diffuse and hope that is the word that this is hinting at. All right, now that we've identified some of these, let's go back to the puzzle. It says here one connection is already difficult, but this many outrageous. I do agree that it's kind of outrageous, but who knows? Maybe the connection is obvious once I've figured out the rest. Ooh, I think I know what this is now, because I just noticed this, and I think this might be from Mega Man. Let's quickly take a look at Mega Man 2. Okay, it's none of these, but it could be one of the rule seed things. So let's actually take a look at let's actually take a look at the same folder on my hard disk here and see. There we go. See if any of these look like the thing that we had in the puzzle. Well, I'm afraid I don't see it. None of these look like it. Let me see the graphic again. Yeah, that looks very different. Okay, so it's this one here. Okay, let's see. I don't think these will look like it, because these are all heads of people, as in heads. Okay, Okay, so it might not be that after all. What about Gadgetron Vendor? I don't recognize the graphic, but I do know that Gadgetron Vendor has some... Yeah, no, these are much higher resolution and not pixelated. So I don't think it's that. What other module has these really pixelated graphics? I'm really stumped. Okay. Right, so let's move on to the second image then. Let's see how much of this I can identify. I really hope that the order in which they are presented doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm gonna put them I'm gonna put them in the same row when they seem to be from more or less the same thing. Right, so for example, this thing here is obviously Ultra Cube, so I'm going to put that here. And I think maybe I should put another column in front and specify the commonality, although with this one, I guess binder is a commonality here. Okay, and then we have Ultra Cube. Where was it? Here. Then we put that here. And this time, let's take a look at the manual again. So this, I believe, would be positive W, and this would be positive V, so that would be WV. Okay. There is the Braille. Let's put that. So we have beating. I should probably look up what the number is for Braille, for beating in Braille. That would be a 3. And this time we have gearing, gaining, G-A-I, yeah, it's gaining. So that would be gaining 3. Okay, so that's definitely something they have in common, the number 3, and these both have the V in common. Okay, then we have honey. I'm not quite sure where honey is used, but I suppose I can Google that. Oh, of course, cheap checkout. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, so the other cheap checkout thing that we had was candy cane. Although it says candy canes in the plural, but let's just mark it sort of yellow to mark that discrepancy in case it matters. In which case, so if this is indeed candy canes, then the base price for that is $3.51. Okay, and then honey is $8.25. Okay. Let's see what's next. That star. Oh, that looks so familiar. I mean, it's just a star, but what could that be? I really don't know what that could be. So I'm just gonna mark that as red because I don't know what it is, and I'll still be able to move it up and down later. I'm gonna move this below the red things. All right, Don, U is obviously who's on first. And here we have something in New York Point. Ah, New York Point is used only by encryption bingo. And if this is SGA, then that could very well be encryption bingo. So let's put it like this: E in SGA, and then let's look this one up: encryption bingo, New York Point. So we're looking for something that has 5 dots in reading order. That's in India. New York Point. Okay. This is quite a lot of work. Let's see, did we do the Braille? Yes, that was gearing. Then we have the fidget spinner from Object Shows. Then we have one of the icons that is maritime flags, this time. There is another one here, which is Mega Man 2. Let's do that. I'm guessing this is another flag of a destination in European travel. So let's use Google for that, because I don't know my city flags, especially not outside of Germany. So let's go to Google Chrome, refresh this, and then search. And this is the flag of, okay, it just says black, gold, red in Dutch. Oh, but that is not the flag of Belgium. No way. Oh, there we go. Deurne. Oh, North Brabant. Okay, let's go to European travel again and see if Deurne. There we go. That is also in the Netherlands. So European travel. So this would be Deurne, and that is also a destination, and it's QRS. I think I'm going to condense this a little. And I'm also going to remove orange because so far they've both been in the Netherlands. So, you know, once I see one that is different, then I'll put it back in. But for now, let's see if Google can recognize this. I doubt it, but you never know. So it's always worth trying. Let's refresh this and search that. Oh, Terraria Quiz. Ah, thank you. Okay, that makes much more sense. All right, let's let's open Terraria Quiz. Aha, Blue Moon. That's what this pixelated image is. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that here and type Terraria Quiz, and then move the star to here and get rid of this row. And now the second one was it was a gun facing to the right, looking something like I can't find it. All right, let's look through this again. Right, it's none of these, I don't think. Bingo, I found it's the Gatligator. I was gonna say that the mouth looks a bit like a crocodile or something, but okay, so we have another Puzzle glyph. Nope. We want this. And this time we have, let's see if it's, it is still set 2, and it's golf. So Puzzle glyph, golf set 2. Alright. We have the footnotes thing. So this is double asterisk. Not quite sure if I should write down the numbers, but it doesn't hurt, so I'll do it. Double asterisk 2, 4, 6, 7. Really not sure if that's relevant, because you know they're not explicitly numbered. It just happens to be the order in which they're listed here. Okay, then we have a blue jay. I'm pretty sure that is a blue jay, but as I said, I'm not good at identifying birds, so why not just give Google a try. I'm gonna bet it's a blue jay. And it is a blue jay. Okay, so let's find where blue jay is mentioned. Yeah, let's try that. Griffins. It's one of... Oh, okay. It's one of the... Okay, wait. Is egret also on griffins? No, it's not. But that was definitely an egret, and egret is mentioned quite specifically in cheat checkout. So let's actually look at cheat checkout quickly. Oh, no. Checkout. Sorry, cheap checkout, and see, it has a blue bird, but not a blue jay. Let's quickly take a look at what bluebirds look like. Yeah, that looks quite different. So I don't think that one's cheap checkout. I think that is quite specifically a blue jay. And that was, I forgot what module that was. Griffins, thank you. Okay, back to this. I'm enjoying this, even though I'm not really, I'm still not seeing what I'm supposed to be noticing about these. Right, so we have an emerald. We had diamond here, so I guess I'm gonna put emerald here. And these are gemstones. Cow. Cow is definitely one of the listening sounds, right? And in fact, it's the second one. So the first one was beach, so that's listening, right? And then we have cow, which is ampersand dollar hash dollar ampersand, and it's listed as the third, number 3. Then we have another Chinese character, but this time I believe that is one of the numbers. Yeah, that is the number 8. So, and by the way, I know that it doesn't quite look the same, but I'm pretty sure it is the same character. If I go to images and go Chinese 8, you will notice that there is a bit of variation in how it's written. Sometimes they are side by side, and sometimes it sort of overlaps that. I suppose maybe Japanese has a different style. Yeah, I see. That is more like Japanese style than it is Chinese style, but it is the same character. So I think it's because the first one was a possible mahjong tile. I think this is likely to also be a mahjong tile, because we have these character tiles in mahjong with numbers with the characters for numbers on them. So I'm gonna say this is character 8. Alright, we have another maritime flags bearing, and that is 329, and that is reduced. So that would be here. The number is 329. Maritime flags, bearings. I'm wondering whether I should be looking at the word bearing rather than maritime flags, or call sign even. Right? Maybe the word call sign is relevant here, and maybe the word destination is relevant here. I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out later. So this is clearly an eagle, and eagle came up in Griffins, but it also comes up in zoo. In fact, quite a lot of, let's see, KTANE.tenwi.de. Adventure game mentions an eagle, zoo, Griffins. It's quite a lot of things. But not Cheat Checkout, right? Cheat Checkout is not listed. Heraldry, Treasure Hunt, wow, a lot of things have eagle in them. So for now, I'm going to put that here, because I don't quite know what to associate it with. But, you know, it could be zoo, because camel and eagle are both on zoo. What's the other one where I wrote down zoo? Oh yeah, this one here. Tune Enough and wolf, goat, and cabbage. I don't know wolf, goat, and cabbage. Let's find that one and see if that mentions eagle. It does not mention eagle, but it does mention quite a lot of other animals. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So maybe I should actually write down what modules mention eagle. Alright, let's do that. Okay. So this could be adventure game. It could be zoo, it could be griffins. It could be... Yeah, I don't think it's that. Treasure Hunt says Eagle Cliffs rather than Eagle, so I'm gonna skip that. Possibly heraldry. And I think that's it. All the rest are translated manuals. Okay. So I should probably also check where camel comes up. I strongly suspect that zoo is the only one there. Camel. I did mean camel, thank you. Insanagrams, okay, yeah, it's just an anagram somewhere. So I think that's pretty clearly zoo. So maybe I should actually put that here. Zoo, camel, and delete that here. Okay, cake. Maybe I should search for cake. Okay. Cooking. Oh, it could be pie rather than cake. I don't know. In which case that is the name of a module. Right? But it's also in burger alarm. Oh no, that just talks about other modules being present. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Right, so we've done this. Okay, what is this? Oh, that's a lily pad, isn't it? Lily pad. Oh my gosh. My typing today is a bit... Oh, of course, it's plant identification. But as I say this, I noticed creation is also listed, and we had a creation thing here, bacteria. So I don't know. So for now, I'm gonna put lily pad. Is it? Let's see. Okay, here it's spelled with a space in, and here it's spelled with a space in. Okay. So I think that could be either creation or plant identification, but I suspect that is more likely to be creation because we also had bacteria. You know what? Actually, I think since I think this is more likely, I'm actually gonna put it here, but I'm also gonna say could be plant identification, and then hopefully I'll remember. Okay, so swamp and water. Swamp and water. Okay, so what they have in common would be swamp, right? Oh, and diamond and emerald, what they have in common is that they end with the letter delta. As a bit of a tenuous connection, but let's carry on and see if we can find more commonalities. Now here we have that cross-shaped thing again. It really vexes me that I can't remember what that was from. So we have another cross for this one. And then we have a cat, and once again, cat is on zoo, but probably many other, there we go, tune enough, lots of things. Okay, so let's insert a row here, and say cat, which could be from zoo, or tune enough, or wolf, goat, cabbage, or even griffins. But we've already had the blue jay, which is more specifically for griffins. Okay, so to disentangle these animals is going to be a bit of a challenge. Okay, here we have another Game of Thrones character, which I suspect will be easy to find. Let's go here, images. Oh no, I wanted, oh, god damn it. Here we go. So this is Robert Arameo. Let's quickly take a look at Westeros. Robert. Okay, Arameo. Okay, Arameo doesn't come up, so I'm gonna assume that it's the Robert from the Baratheon house. It's always possible they might have a different surname. Oh, wait a second, that's the actor. Eddard Stark. Okay, they're all from the Stark. Aha, Eddard. Okay, so we had Arya Stark and now we have Eddard Stark. Okay, that is definitely a clear commonality. So where did we have Westeros here? Right, Arya Stark and now we have Eddard Stark. Good thing I noticed that about the actor. Let's make this a little shorter. Okay, what's next? We have the detonate button. Where would that go with? I'm just gonna put that down here, and I think I'm gonna make that red, because I don't yet know what category this belongs to, unless of course it's the vanilla button, which is what it looks like, but none of the first category was referring to the vanilla button, so I don't know. And this is a what's it called? A fortune cookie. Fortune. Oh, that's from Cookie Jar, of course. We had the chocolate chip cookie. Yeah. But let me just quickly check that. Fortune cookie is number 6, and chocolate chip is. Aha, chocolate chip. Oh, there it is, 0. For a moment there, I thought it wasn't there, but I wasn't looking at the first row. Okay. So I believe that's all of them. I still haven't identified the crosses, but other than that, is there a module with cross in the name? I mean, I would think. How about if I literally just Google for that, just cross. Oh, of course, I've been talking about heraldry the whole time. Bingo, this is what it is. I knew I could recognize this. So this is the Forchi cross. Okay, so this is heraldry, which makes it less likely that one of the animals from heraldry would be used in this. Okay, so let's go back to the previous image, and it has that kind of cross, which is there we go, crosslet. Okay, so that is a definite. Let's just put that here somewhere. Okay, very good. Here's the eagle, by the way. Okay, so that's the second image. Oh, I missed this. I missed this Mortal Kombat move, and this is alpha, and then it's down, which, if I get my shortcuts right, I think I have that here. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, apparently I'm missing the down arrow there, but doesn't matter. I'll just put no down. Bingo. I knew I had a shortcut for this. Up arrow, left arrow, and Charlie. Now let's see where that is in Mortal Kombat. Okay, so we're looking for A down. Let's see. A down, B up. That's the one. This is hard rip. Okay, maybe I should write because Okay, so that was on the first one was listed under Johnny Cage, and this one is listed under Kano. Yeah, I think I want to write that down. Okay, so here I'm gonna put Johnny Cage. Okay, so I think we're done with the second image. We just quickly peruse. The star. Yeah, we still haven't identified what the star is. And given that there is one of the crosses, it's probably not heraldry. Let's see if we can figure that out later. Next one. Okay. Now I'm sure there is a way to fix this column on the left so that there was a way to make it show the format data. Is it one of these? No. Group column? No. Undo that. Okay. I'm just quickly gonna Google for that. Google Sheets make column fixed, I guess. Freeze. View freeze. Bingo. One column. Okay, there we go. That is what I wanted. Okay, thank you. Alright, number 3, which is this one. Okay, we have a Jenga tower here, but not the icon for the Jenga tower module, but just the Jenga tower, which makes it more likely that this is actually the Pi mod. Oh my word, now I know where I've seen the star. Oh, that is so embarrassing. It's a keypad symbol. Yeah, that is. Oh wow, why didn't I notice? Why didn't I recognize that? Okay, let's put that here and delete one row. But yeah, I'm thinking that maybe the pi is supposed to represent a module. So I'm gonna put icon here, and then I'm gonna put module, I guess. And then I'm gonna put pi here, and this is no longer red. And then here, I'm gonna assume that detonate is the one that represents a module, and it's the button. So I'm gonna put the button. But obviously I could be wrong about it being representative of that. But anyway, so for this one, we have Jenga. Okay, the icons we have are Shikaku. Is there another one? Yep, down there. That's Morse War. Okay. Right, Gingerbread Man. Oh, that's from Cookie Jars, isn't it? There is a gingerbread. Yes, gingerbread is number 8. So where is Cookie Jars? This one here. Gingerbread 8. Okay. Oh, another one of those city flags. Let's find that. Save as. And let's Google for that. Should be easily findable. Okay, this I'm gonna scroll down immediately. Leeuwarden. Leeuwarden. I'm probably pronouncing that really wrong, but I'm trying my best. Leeuwarden. You know what? Let's find out what is actually pronounced. Leeuwarden. Pronunciation. Yes. Let's search for that. Leeuwarden. 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 Alright, Leeuwarden. Okay, anyway, so we're getting a little distracted. So here we want Leeuwarden. It's probably another destination one. Let's open European travel and find it here. And that would be GHI. Okay. And it is destination. Yeah, okay. Whew, okay. I am willing to bet that this is in fact a thrush nightingale. But I want to make sure, because once again, I'm not good at identifying birds. And if this is a thrush nightingale, maybe I need to... Oh, it is not. Pine siskin. American pipit. Okay, it's definitely an American pipit. Right, these are pretty clear. So I'm gonna see if that's on cheap checkout. There we go. Pipit. Yes, a pipit is indeed listed. Okay. So, you know what? I think I'm going to sort all of this by... Why can I not sort this? Format. Oh, it's under data, isn't it? Sort range. So I want to sort this by column A, except that I'm going to put the unidentified ones back at the top. And there are quite a few. So let's put those back at the top. And then I also want the icons at the top. And the module. Right? Now, cheap. This is cheap checkout. Where was the other one? Apparently I didn't write it down. There was a $sign in it. Ah, there it is. Okay. Right. So I'm gonna assume that cheat checkout is indeed the intended module here. And we have an egret in image 1 and a pipit in image 3. So it's entirely possible that something in the middle image was also hinting at cheat checkout, but that goes here. But we'll find that out later. I mean, which one of these could it be? It's not the cat. Could it be eagle? No, none of these is an eagle. Blue jay. I suppose it could be a blue bird. Okay, if nothing else fits at the end of this, then I'm gonna go with that. Okay. So, yeah, let's go back to this. Okay. Ah, this is definitely a listening sound. It's door closing. Door closing. So it just occurred to me that because the flavor text hints at looking for commonality, that maybe all of these listening sounds have a specific character in the same place. But first, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's number 10. I don't think the number is relevant. But let's take a look at the beach. Ah, that one only has asterisks and ampersands. Ah, they all have ampersands in them, but not in the same places. This one doesn't have an ampersand in the second last place. So I don't know. Alright, let's keep going. That is a hippopotamus. I'm willing to bet that the zoo module is the only one that has that. Indeed. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and say hippopotamus. Okay, then we have lemons. Wow, I have no idea what that. Oh, cheap checkout. Cheap checkout, lemons. Okay. Cheap checkout, lemon. Oh, I keep going to that optimized manual, which doesn't have the original prices. Okay, so lemons, $1.74 per pound. Not sure if that's relevant. So the category can't be the commonality because honey obviously isn't a fruit and candy cane obviously isn't a candy canes. I'll put that. So by now I'm reasonably certain that this is intended to hint at the cheap checkout thing. Okay, so what else? Oh, there's a braille. I almost missed. In fact, I missed quite a few things. I jumped forward to the listening here. So let's do the top row here. We have Boozleglyph. And that one is, it looks like an ironing iron with a kink in the bottom. That's a Romeo. Puzzle glyph, there we go, that's Romeo, and it's set 2 again. And we get AGR, okay. Then we have emergency alarm. I'm not quite sure what that is referring to. Emergency alarm. It could be burglar alarm. No, we already had the Jenga tower to refer to a module by a picture. Unless, of course, one of the others is also, like, maybe there is... Emerald is the name of a sound on Sonic the Hedgehog. But none of the others remind me of a Sonic the Hedgehog sound. I guess we'll keep going. Alright, so we've identified the flag. Here is some Braille. Let's go to Braille. This says insist is what that says. Okay, let's go to Braille, look for insist, and that is 3. I see, they're always 3. Yeah, they're always 3, and puzzle glyph is always set 2. There is definitely a commonality there. Okay, we had the lemon, that is a keypad symbol. And I know that this is not the right one, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. Maybe they're all in the same column, but that's easier to figure out once I have all of them, so I'm gonna leave it for now. So here we have the double dagger. And I no longer believe that the number matters. Footnotes. There we go, double dagger. I'm still gonna put the number because I just figured that out. Alright, so we have the heraldry cross. Heraldry. Let's go there. That's Greek. Okay. Here. Okay, then we have a maritime flag bearing again, and that is 167. And that is ripraps. Maritime flags, here we go. 167. So reduced ripraps embed. They do not all start with Romeo, so but the second last letter is a letter that has occurred before and would therefore be a repeater flag. But so here it repeats the first letter, here it repeats the third letter, and here it repeats the second letter. I highly doubt that that is the intended, because you know that would be quite esoteric. I just randomly happened to notice that. If that is really the intended commonality, then that's really quite obscure, and I'm really glad that I figured that out. I think I want to change this to just ultra cube so that it's alphabetically more visible. And this time we just have -x. I see. So if there is no other arrow, it could be hinting at xy or yx, because the y-axis is the one that, you know, pokes at you or away from you. Right, so that torpedoes the theory that this has to do with the v-axis, that the v-axis would be the commonality. Alright, now I'm not sure if that is a crocodile or an alligator, but it's entirely possible that it doesn't matter, because if it's just zoo, then you know, the zoo module doesn't actually name the animals, it only shows silhouettes of the animals. Okay, it says alligator here, and then it says crocodile here. Okay, there are more votes for alligator, but there are enough for crocodile that I'm really not sure. So I think I'm just... we already had the hippopotamus for zoo, so I keep pressing F1 here when I mean to press it here. And let me see that set of modules again. Oh, I didn't actually search for it on the website. Okay, crocodile or alligator. Let's go here. Crocodile site. Keep forgetting the KTANE in front. Oh, tune enough once again. Okay, I think that is enough probing, because it has crocodile clips, right? I think this is enough hints at Toon enough that let me just quickly see where crocodile is. Yes, that is indeed one of the Toons. Okay, in that case, I'm going to add Toon enough and put that in here. So, right, this one could be the bear. Right, so I'm just going to remove that from here. Here, it could be the cat. And then here, it could be the crocodile. I'm still a bit worried, though, because if zoo is one of the categories, then, you know, cat could always be zoo. And, oh, of course. If we need to fill the zoo slot here, then eagle is the best fit. Right? We just associated cat. I'm gonna move that down so I can delete this entire row. In which case, I'm tentatively going to put eagle here under zoo. And hope, really, really hope that the author has made sure that it's unique. Which means, oh, but what about griffins? Right, cat also fits with griffins, and this one here has no, nothing hinting at griffins. Okay, now I'm a little confused about that. Actually, maybe I'm not confused at all. Maybe it is supposed to be a blue bird and not a blue jay, and it's supposed to be cheat checkout. I think that's more likely now that we've established the set of categories. I think there's supposed to be a blue bird. So let's go to that manual again and put the dollar amount in here, and we have high, low, medium. So I really, really hope that I'm on the right track with that, because okay, let's see if we can make these columns a little smaller now. Yes, we can. Okay, so we have more mahjong tiles. Let's see if I can do them in the order that I have them here. So binder. I see emergency alarm is the thing that I still haven't identified. And it seems to me that that is... well, actually, we don't have a gemstone. Wow, I really don't know what this is. So let's just put unknown, I guess. Okay. So we need binder. Oh, what is this green stuff? Oh, I bet this is creation. This is moss. This is moss. In creation, we have moss, and that is weeds plus swamp. Indeed, it seems that swamp is the commonality here. So, I'm going to put theories for the commonalities in the second column. So the commonality, let's see, Boozleglit, the commonality here is that it's at 2, this is 3. The cheat checkouts, oh, this is cheap checkout. I'm not quite sure what the commonality is here. The dollar amount is not a commonality, and the category is not a commonality. Actually, wait, let me just very quickly check something. So lemons is under fruit, honey is under sweet, and candy canes is under sweet. So maybe the lemons are actually supposed to be in a different category and it's supposed to be sweet. But for now, let's not assume that. Let's see. Cookie jars. Well, obviously the commonality is that they're cookies from cookie jars. Here the commonality is swamp. Encryption bingo. So for this one, I saw a Zoni character. No, that's actually Lombax, isn't it? Yes, it is Lombax, and we have a November in Lombax. So let's take a look at encryption bingo and see if Lombax, it's not in the same category as New York Point. Okay, so let's see. For Lombax, we had a November, which is here. For the SG... but we decided it wasn't SGA. We decided it was a Pigpen Lima, didn't we? That's not in the same place. I thought it was going to be in the same place. New York Point, India is here. So it's not even in the same row or column each time. That is a shame. Okay. European travel. Here the commonality was that there are destinations in the Netherlands. Just gonna put NL. Heraldry, these are crosses. In Keypad, I strongly suspect they're all gonna be in one column, but we'll find that out later. The listening codes, they all have an ampersand up to now. The Mahjong tiles, autumn, and then character 8, and now we have that character. Let me just quickly check if that's one of the numbers. No, it is not. So, it's probably not the, yeah, it's not one of the wins either, otherwise I'll recognize it. Therefore, I suspect that it's one of the seasons. Let's find out what the 4 seasons are called in Chinese. Close that. Okay, so we had autumn last time, but the one that we have this time is not one of these. Okay, could it be? It could be one of. It could be bamboo or something. Although I'm finding that unlikely for such a simple character. I wish there was an easier way to find Chinese characters. In fact, wait a second. Recognize Chinese character. I seem to recall that. Yeah, there is a website where you can try to just draw the thing, and then and have it identify. So I'm gonna do this, that, and it's not this. I don't think it's that. It's this one, isn't it? So let's look for that and see if that means something. That doesn't really look the same. Let's see what it means. Chinese definitions. Ah, fire. It could be one of the elements from astrology. Let's see what else. This means quite a lot of things apparently, but I don't think any of these are on Mahjong. So, okay, let me try this again because I didn't do a very good job at this. Let's try this. Yeah, it still recognizes the same character. Okay, so I'm gonna write down that this is likely to be. Okay, so instead of Mahjong, I'm going to put Chinese because now I'm not sure anymore. So this was the number 8, and now we have what was it? What was it? It was fire. That's right. That's what it was. Fire. Okay. What happens if I literally just Google for that? Like, what would the top result be? Okay, there's Wiktionary. Let's see what this says. So, this is Wiktionary as well. Interesting. Oh, but wait, that is definitely not the right character, is it? Oh no, it is. It is. Never mind. It's just connected, but otherwise it's the same. Okay, so I'm getting too distracted here. Let's see. Mortal Kombat. That is down here. We have down, down, C. Maybe I should keep these manuals open. I don't know. This is up, down, C, not down, down, C. There we go. Down, down, C is the Nutcracker, and that is for Johnny Cage. Okay, and you know what? I think I can just copy and paste this. And I should probably copy and paste the others as well, because this is actually a different arrow character than the one that I used. So, okay, so we had 2 from Johnny Cage and 1 from Kano. So, that's not a commonality either. You know, I would have assumed that what character these are from is an obvious commonality to go for. And so, sorry for the delay. I just noticed sort of speck on my screen. I was rubbing that off. All right. This is the Ultra Cube or Hypercube. I think that's just a Hypercube. Yeah, that's just a Hypercube from Object Shows. Let's look at Terraria Quiz. And we're looking for the sort of cyan-colored sword, and that seems to be the Ice Blade. There we go. Then we have a Westeros character, or rather Game of Thrones character. Save, do that, identify that, and we get Ned and it is Stark again. So that seems to be very likely the House of Stark. Who's on first? Well, we have Sure and you are. Okay, now let's see which ones of these have I not identified yet. The frowny. Is there's wingdings? I think it might be hinting at wingdings, in which case the emergency alarm. What is it? Okay, unknown. I'm just gonna put this as unknown. And what was it? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, wingdings. So I was thinking that emergency alarm could be a hint at burglar alarm, and wingdings could be, you know, because wingdings is also a module name, so these could all be hinting at modules. But this one here, like, what would the exploded binder be hinting at if it's a module? It's really not clear. Okay, let's move on to the next image, which is this one. Right. Oh, is that a Puzzle glyph? It isn't. That is interesting. I mean, oh, there it is. It's Sierra. Okay. Whew. Okay. Sierra. So I guess I no longer need to write down that there's a set 2 because they're all set 2. Okay, then we have, this actually looks more like a dugong than a, oh, I see, it's a seal, isn't it? I was gonna say more than a dolphin, but yeah, it's not a dolphin at all. I think this is just a seal. Huh. It doesn't outright tell me that it's a seal. I'm still kind of relatively certain that it is a seal. Let's see what seals look like. Is that a seal? Kind of. So for comparison, this is what a dugong looks like. Yeah, it's clearly not that. Although it is reasonably similar, right? I'm gonna assume that it's. Can I really assume that it's a seal if Google Images doesn't recognize it as a seal? Okay, let's just click on this and see. No, I want the image. Okay, it finds me. Oh, sea lion, sea dog. Let's see if under the. Let's go to the zoo names. Let's find that. Let's see if that has. No, it does not have sea dog or sea lion. It only has seal. But it really does look like a seal, doesn't it? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this as unrecognized. Seal question mark. But actually no, I'm gonna put seal here, and you know, if it's wrong, it'll hopefully not matter. So we have more icons here. Let's remove the word icon from here. Okay, and this is obviously the screw, so let's put that here. And the other icon is seashells. Okay, then we have this flag. Save as. Now this, I'm not sure if Google will recognize, because it's literally just two colors on top of each other. Let's see. Yeah, that's why I suspected it's Dern. Wait, but we already had Dern. Flag of Dern. Yeah, we had this flag. Okay, so it's clearly not the flag of Dern. Now Antwerp was mentioned, but it's not the flag of Antwerp either. And also Antwerp is not in the Netherlands. Okay, so let's click here and see what that tells us. Macedonia, yeah, no, obviously not. Okay, so last ditch effort, let's go to flagid.org and find a flag that has two colors, horizontal, black, and red. See results. Yeah, it doesn't find it either. Okay, so I'm gonna have to give up on that one for now. But it's almost certainly this category. So I'm just gonna put a question mark there. All right, let's go to I'm guessing this is Terraria Quiz again. Ah, and by the way, I noticed that this is the symbol for mountain. So that's definitely not Mahjong anymore. I mean, it could be Dragon Energy. Dragon Energy has fire and mountain, but it doesn't have 8 and autumn. So I'm really surprised by that. Okay, so Terraria Quiz. Let's not get too distracted. That is a proximity mine launcher. Terraria Quiz here. Okay. Are we on image 4 already? Yes, we are. Okay. Alright, so that was that. Let's make that wider. Let's see, the next one. Okay, I don't know what these are called. I think it might be... I'm gonna look at the cookie jars and see which one... Ah, M&M. Okay. Those are... I said Smarties, but as an American... to an American, this is probably more likely to be M&Ms. I'm just very quickly gonna look what the ones that I don't know look like. Never heard of this. Okay, that's definitely not it. And that's also definitely not it. Okay, so I'm gonna go with M&Ms. Cookies, cookie jars, M&Ms. Alright, what was the number for that? That is a 2. Okay, then we have Omega, that is a keypad symbol. Then we have, a third icon. We've already had 2 icons, and there is another one that is retirement. In that case, maybe these really do hint at 4 modules at a time. And, you know, these are, in which case this would be burglar alarm. And sometimes they're icons and sometimes they're not. Right, lollipops, that's definitely cheap checkout. Let's go here. Lollipops, that's 261. That goes here. And once again, that is sweets. So lemons is the only one so far that isn't sweets. So maybe we're supposed to find the one that is out of order, like the odd one out. That would be interesting. Right, let's keep going. So obviously this is the maritime flags bearing, and the bearing here is 181, and we have splices. Let's copy the number with it. There we go. Then we have, let's see, this is soccer match, so let's go to listening. Soccer match is right here. Listening, let's go here. This one does not contain an ampersand. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. I highly doubt that the number is relevant, but the ampersand is no longer a commonality. Alright. One of the heraldry crosses. And it's the one with Molin, or I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll just put that here. Then we have footnotes. Here we go. That is 2 daggers. Oops, probably without a space. 2 daggers. Footnotes, 2 daggers. That is 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go. All right. Encryption bingo. Ooh, look at this. This looks like a single braille letter. Oh, and there's more braille. Oh, of course, that's the encryption bingo. It's Oscar in It's Oscar in braille. Let's quickly check where on the thing that is. It's braille. That's here. Okay, so unfortunately I closed this side. You know, maybe I should also write down what locations these are. So that's Bravo 2. This is Bravo 3. And then Lombax, November, that is Alpha 2. Oscar in Braille is Alpha 1. Okay, they're definitely not all in the same row or column. Oh, I keep looking at the SGA instead of the... Oh no, we decided that this is SGA and not Pigpen. But if it is Pigpen, then it would be Bravo 1, and then... Yeah, that's no better in terms of commonality. Alright, let's go with that. Alright, that's a crow, which I think is on listening. Oh wait, we already had the soccer match for listening. Alright, crow, crow, crow. Obviously crow could be on zoo. It's also on griffins. And we already had the seal for zoo. And apparently it's not on sheep checkout. I mean, it could be, let's see, could it be any of these? Because I'm thinking, you know, it could be listed as, raven. There we go. It could be listed as a different corvid is what I was going to say. So this could be a raven. And since there are no other birds in this picture, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say that's cheap. Cheap. That should be cheap. This whole time I didn't notice that mistake. Wow. Raven. Now the raven is $8. And it's high, medium, medium. Still not found any commonality there. Okay, then we have the who's on first thing is you and your. Let's see. This is very squished, this image. Like, someone messed up the aspect ratio there. Let's find that. It just says darkness. Yeah, I suspect that this might be very difficult for Google to recognize what the aspect ratio wrong, so I'm very quickly going to try and fix this a little. I should probably let's increase the size dramatically here, like that, and then let's just stretch this. Okay, so that looks more like a person or a face. Alright, let's S, Control C. Let's save that. Overwrite that file and see if that finds it. And it did find it. But it's not from the Stark house like the others were. Just making sure this isn't the name of the actor. No, it isn't. Okay, Westeros is here. So I'm starting to think that the idea here is that they all have something in common except for one of them, and that there's always an odd one out. So let's see. Did we have the maritime flags? Yes, we did. Game over. Where would that be from? Is that from high scores? Does it say game over? No. Let's just Google for game over. Ah, Sonic and Knuckles. Old Fogey. That's what this is. That's what this binder thing, the thing that I've been putting down as binder. I think it's Old Fogey. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so in image 1 we had the diffused sound, which is let's open this, which is right here, bomb diffused. So that's 4/1. By which I mean tape 4 track 1. So that's that, and then we have bomb exploded, which is this one here, which is 4/2. And then we have emergency alarm. That's probably just it's actually literally called that. Okay, emergency alarm. That is 2, 3. And I bet that this is the odd one out and the others are all going to be from tape 4. Because now we have the game over fanfare, which is for 5. Okay, I'm so glad I figured that one out. That was really hard to recognize. Okay, so that was that. And then we have left, right, bravo. Let's go to Mortal Kombat. Aha, it's Johnny Cage again. Okay, I think my theory is holding up. That there's always an odd one out. That's Shadow Kick. Right, and I'm gonna do the following now. This is Kano. What did I do here? Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna leave the word Kano there, and I'm gonna mark that as the odd one out. And I'm gonna say the commonality is Johnny Cage. Okay, which means, okay, so I can probably assume now that plant identification is not it, and this implies, this involves swamp, this involves swamp, and I'm pretty sure that moss also involved swamp. Sorry, moss. Yep. So we're looking to find one that doesn't involve swamp. Okay. Okay. So now I need to find the ones that that's right. Lemons was out of the ordinary. All the other ones are sweet. Okay. We haven't identified much commonality in the others. So here my theory was that they contain ampersands and then soccer match would be the odd one out, but I think I want to wait until we have all of them. Object shows, let's quickly see what, that's ice cream. Terraria Quiz. Oh yeah, we already have that. Tune enough. Elk. Deer. There you go. There is a deer. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that's deer. Okay. Alright, the braille, This is rat ratio. No, it ends in R. And this is an ER. So what is this? I want to figure this. Oh, rather. It's rather, isn't it? Yes, there we go. I said I wanted to figure it out without looking at this, without, because I didn't recognize this braille pattern. Okay, so why is there the Pope? That's because it's Pope Francis. No, maybe that's not Pope Francis. I wouldn't be able to recognize the Pope. I just guessed that it might be Francis, because Francis is one of the people in what's it called, raiding temples. So it could be hinting at that. But let's see. Head of Catholic Church, Pope. Okay, yes, obviously. All right. So let's see if Pope is mentioned anywhere on the website. No, double expert. We had double expert earlier. I'm gonna take a look at this. Alright. Okay. Oh, Jenga is also listed here, so that's probably what that is. Okay. Right, the Pope is a pretty clear hint, so I'm gonna say double expert is one of the categories. And I should probably also put Old Fogey in the right place. MNOPQR here. Double expert. So I need to go back to this and find which one of these. Diamond. Is diamond here? Yes, it is, and so is emerald. Okay. So I'm gonna say diamond goes here. Emerald goes here. Right? And then let's actually write down the column that they're in, because Jenga is in the same column as 45 as diamond, so it's entirely possible that let's see, Jenga. It's entirely possible that this column 1 to 15 is the commonality. And indeed, Pope is also in that column. So I'm going to say that's the commonality, and Emerald is the odd one out. Okay. Wow. That was quite a discovery there with the Pope. Okay, so now I need to identify this. It might be a spiky fruit. Which oh, it could be a durian? Could it be a durian? It is a durian! How did I know that? That is amazing. Let's see. Durian. Seriously? Plant identification? Okay, plant identification. Durian. Yes. Oh, N durian. See, now I'm not so sure anymore about the lily pad that we had in creation. Oh, wow, that... Okay. Okay, let's see if I can find something else in creation that seems to... let's see, weeds, no. Ghost, weed, sand, egg, lizard, seeds, mushroom, moss, worm, plankton. Plankton? Could it be plankton? Let's see what plankton looks like. Yeah, that's not what's in that image. That really bothers me now. It's almost certainly a durian. So I guess I'm gonna put that under unknown, even though it seems to be hinting at plant identification. Okay, here is the Ultra Cube. Let's not forget that, and that is a V, isn't it? Let me make sure it is the V. That is indeed the V. Okay. So what else have we not identified yet? It seems we have everything. Okay, so let's move on to image 5 and hope that whatever gaps we have will be apparent sometime later. Okay, typewriter. We saw that somewhere, didn't we? We saw that in Old Folio, of course. There you go, typewriter, and it is on tape 4. Okay, my theory is holding up. Typewriter key 4. So this is tape 4 is the commonality, and emergency alarm is the odd one out. There we go. So that's the first one done. Then let's go to heraldry. Now the crosses seem to have been quite consistent. That is potent. Maybe all of them but Furchi are listed in the first row. Okay. First row crosses, in which case Furchi would be the odd one out. Let me just make sure. Crosslet is in the top row, Greek is in the top row, Moline is in the top row, and Potent is in the top row. Yep. Alright, let's go with that. That's the best theory I have. The icons here, we have souvenir, we have zoo, and then we have semaphores. But why am I putting that there? Okay, let's go in order so I don't miss any. This is Braille for S-T-R-I-N-G-S, strings. Braille, no, not color Braille. Strings is a 4, bingo, so that would be the odd one out. Alright, then we have the Ultra Cube. If that one involves V, it does not. This is W. This is, God, I'm so bad at this. This is Z. ZW. Okay, so what's the commonality then? Ultra Cube. Okay, let's find these. Like ZW is this. It can't be a color in the order because they're all the same 4 colors just in different order. Okay, so that would be this. This one we don't know because it's a single one. And this one was also a single one. This is just X, and I just theorized that Y would be one of them. Okay, so this would be that. And VZ would be that. Okay, so what do they have in common? They all have zag in common. Okay, so let's see with X and V if XY. Right, so if that is XY, then it would have zag. And VY, this does not have zag at all. Okay, so I'm gonna say this is XY and it has zag in it. And this one just doesn't have zag, so that would be the odd one out. Okay, what else is here? We have, this is Zoni this time. And I believe that's a Charlie. It is not a Charlie, it's a Papa. So let's go to encryption bingo. Zoni Papa is here. Encryption bingo. Papa in Zoni is Echo 3. Okay, now what I notice is that SGA Zoni wingdings. No, we have something else. Well, anyway, Lombax and Braille. These are all in the middle grid, or grid 2. So I think that is the commonality, except for New York Point, which is not. So that's the odd one out. Okay, that is my theory anyway. We'll figure out if that's the case later. Next we have the keypad symbol. I believe that was a Cyrillic 1000 sign. No. It's a Cyrillic 1000 sign. And I have a shortcut for it apparently, but let's just wait. So when I did this, what was the other symbol that it found? Combining Cyrillic 1000 million sign. Yeah, obviously that's not the one I want. And the reason it found it is because this one is thousands with an extra S, and I only typed 1000. So because that is a more specific match, or a more precise match, that's why I went for that. Fascinating. Alright, so keypad is here. Okay, let's go back to Mortal Kombat and find down, left, up, down. Yep, that is Johnny Cage once again. Excuse me. So let's put that here, and that's called stage. And the odd one out here was the Kano one. Very good. That is a turtle that almost certainly goes on zoo. And now I'm thinking that maybe these form a line. And maybe that way we have an odd one out, because we have the turtle here, we have the camel, we have the, that's a rhinoceros, not a hippopotamus. Here's the bear, by the way, in case, oh, no, we decided that bear was on the tune enough. Never mind. Okay, so we've got the camel. Eagle, where's the eagle? Why can I not find the eagle? You're probably all seeing it and screaming at the screen. Okay, hippopotamus now. Where's the hippopotamus? If it's not in this line, maybe it's in this line. Yes, it is in this line. Okay. The seal, however... Oh yes, it is in this line. Aha. And the turtle is the odd one out. Okay. Right. Phew. Okay, that was that. Then we have... let's look for this flag. Now, if this is another destination city in the Netherlands, then the one that I couldn't identify must be the odd one out, even if I don't know what it is. Search Google for this image. Santa Lucia? No, that is something in El Salvador? Really? That's not even on European travel. Okay. Let's search for flags of cities in the Netherlands, and see if we can find a list of them. Okay. So I'm looking for something that looks either like this or the one we couldn't identify, which was black. Bingo. Zwolle. European travel. Zwolle. So let's find that on European travel. Aha, that is a departure city. And it's ABC, but that probably doesn't matter. It's probably the fact that it's destinations. So that would make this the odd one out. So now let's see if I can identify the black-red one. Right, here's one with just two colors, but it's not black-red. Yeah, it seems that black-red is not there. So it's not quite clear. So this one could be the odd one out if that one is something that is not in the Netherlands. That is a bit worrying. Well, let's see. Okay, what else do we have? Boozelglyph. Alright, that should be easy to find, and I'm gonna bet that this one is not in set 2. In fact, let's see. Okay, cursory search didn't find it, so let's pay a bit more closer attention. Bingo, it's Tango, and it's in set 1. So let's put that as the odd one out. Then we have cheap checkout. Let's keep doing them in order. We have a can of Coke. Oh, that could actually be cheap checkout. Coke. No. Soda. That's what it's called. Soda 204. Soda 204. And once again, that is classified as sweet. So lemons is definitely the odd one out. Now, since there is a tuba in this picture, this one is not going to be the thrush nightingale, is it? It's going to be another bird from cheap checkout. So let's Google for that. It's a of course. Now that I know, it 100% looks like a hummingbird. I'm surprised I didn't recognize that. Okay, hummingbird. There you go. And that one is low, medium, low. So I still need to figure out what the commonality here is. So let's see if they all have a high in them. Nope. Do they all have a medium in them? Yes, all except for the pipit. Okay, so I want to see them all in one list. So let's take a look at this. So we have low, 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 low. So if low, then this is the odd one out. Medium, 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 right? If medium, then this is the odd one out. And high has two odd ones out. Okay, so therefore it is unlikely to be that, because that would be ambiguous. Just making sure I didn't make a mistake. So I'm thinking that maybe it's this one that's the odd one out. Sorry, maybe it's not medium, because this has one medium and this has two medium. So both of these would be the odd one out if the criterion was one medium, in which case that is the odd one out because the criterion is actually low. Ah, but wait, no, that has duplicates as well. Oh. Okay, so I'm afraid that one is a little ambiguous. I don't know which one is the odd one out. So we're gonna have to look at that later. Okay. Okay, what else? Oh, there is another Game of Thrones character. See if we can identify that one. Let's go here, search Google. And if that's not from the Stark house, Robb Stark. Okay, it is Robb Stark, which means that one is the odd one out. Yeah, Robb Stark. There we go. Okay. Right. What's next? So I already alluded the tuba, so I guess we can just put that in. Tuba. Listening. Tuba. Okay, I get the commonality now. They're all in the left column. except for door closing, I think. Yeah, that is the only one that was on the right, right? The others were cow, soccer match, tuba, and beach. So I think door closing is the odd one out because it's on the right, and the commonality is the left column. Okay. Then we have footnotes. This one is the double dagger, or 2 double daggers. Oops. Right, 2 double daggers. Okay, let's see what the number is there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I have no idea what the commonality would be here. Do I have to look at these and see if like one of these has something in common? Like maybe they all start with blue, or maybe, you know, the one in the middle is like, I don't know. It's gonna be a bit difficult to find the commonality. I suppose you could argue that all of these have either 2 or double, and asterisk would be the only one that is just a single thing, but let's see if that holds water. We have a wolf. Well, that's obviously not zoo because we've identified zoo. And there's an entire category that we haven't identified yet. But wolf, isn't wolf on the cabbage thing? Let's see. Okay, so apart from zoo animals and that, let's see what else has it. There is RPS judging. It's interesting that that never came up before because that has 101 things in it, so it would be not too unlikely to have false positives, accidental matches. Earthbound. Never seen this module before, but that's definitely something that, you know, if the puzzle were referring to this, it would probably just use those exact graphics. Okay, so it's probably not that. And then we also have a zebra. Oh my, I should probably go in order. I'm starting to get a bit distracted here. So I think this is a raisin cookie. So let's go to cookie jars, raisin, cookie jars, oatmeal raisin. I'm just gonna assume it's that. And that's a 3. So what could the commonality be here? Let's take a look at these. I see, they're all even numbers except for oatmeal raisin. I'm gonna go with that. It's the best guess I have. Okay. Maritime flags. Whoops. Interesting. Why does it do that? Okay, 226. Stand on. So once again. Oh, I was gonna say once again the last letter is a repeated, but it was actually the second last in the others. Let's see. Okay, so stand on, and the number is 226. So let's see what the commonality is here. They have a lot of repeated letters, but that's understandable because obviously many of these words were intentionally chosen to have the repeats so that these flags here would be used reasonably often. Okay, so the second letter, right here it's a repeated letter, here it's a repeated letter, here it's a repeated letter. But in both of those it isn't, so that's not it. Let's look at the flag for the first letter. This one has blue and red. And for reduced it's an R. That one has yellow and red. And then for the S, it has blue and white. Okay, so that's not a commonality either. All of them have at least one repeated letter. So that's not it either. And they're also in quite different quadrants, all of them, right? 62 is east-northeast. 329 would be north-northwest. Yeah, so if anything, so maybe north is the commonality here. But that's a bit tenuous. 167, so that would be south-southeast. That could be the odd one out. But then 181 is just south. And then we have 226, which is southwest. Yeah, that's clearly not it. Yeah. So I don't know what those have in common. Very strange. Maybe I should keep this though, these notes, because maybe I can. Right. Let me see which ones of these are repeaters. Right. This would be a repeater. These would both be repeaters. That would be a repeater, and that would be a repeater. And then in splices it would only be the last one, and in stand-on it would also be only the last one. I hope I didn't miss any. But yeah, clearly none of these. I mean, you could say that the middle letter is not a repeater, except in ripraps, but I really doubt it's that. All right, let's keep going. Let's try and figure out the rest. The Chinese symbol this time, I'm pretty sure that's the symbol for person. What was that recognize Chinese character? This one here. Oh, it remembered what I did last time. Alright, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, that was a really bad rendition, but here, this is the character I'm looking for. And I'm pretty sure it means person or human. Where is it? There we go. Man, person, people, human being, body, physical. Yeah. Okay, it's definitely not a mahjong tile, I can tell you that. I really do wonder what's up with these Chinese characters. Maybe I should Google for these together. Yeah, let's do that. Didn't find anything. Let's remove the 8. Kanji! Oh, why didn't I think of kanji? Oh my god, that is embarrassing. Because these are obviously kanji. Among other things. Okay, so we have fire, we have person, we have the number 8, which is here. Then we have, wait, I've done autumn. I haven't done autumn yet. Let's search for autumn. That would be here. 8, fire, mountain, person. Fire. Mountain is the one I'm missing. Mountain. Aha, okay, so 4 of them are from the top table, the stage 1 table. And autumn is the one that is not. So this is kanji. Stage 1 is the commonality. And autumn, which is this one, is the odd one out. And that's the first time we have an odd one out in the first image. Let's put kanji in the right alphabetical order here. Okay, phew, that was quite a discovery. All right, let's see, what else do we have? Who's on first? We have and you are. And then we have a rabbit. Rabbit or hare. All right, let's search for rabbit. Oh, of course, this is Toon enough. I'm an idiot. I keep going to that optimized manual. This is one of the cases, you know, doing a hunt puzzle is one of the cases where you don't want a where you don't want an optimized manual. Okay, so what do these have in common? Bear, cat, crocodile, deer, they're all in order, and then rabbit is like way out. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that's the odd one out. Okay, then we have Terraria Quiz. That goes here. And that seems to be, nope, that is not the Blizzard staff, it is more purplish. Let's take a look at this page. Aha, it is the breaker. Okay. So let's find all of these. We have the breaker, we have the proximity. That might be the only one on the left, I bet. Ice Blade is on the right. Blue Moon. And Gatligator. Yep, I was right. They're all on the right column. Except for proximity. proximity mine launcher. There you go. Okay, that was good. The next one, we still need a it's the sphere, isn't it? Object shows sphere. All right. It is not. It is the snooker ball. Good thing I looked this up. Okay, so we have snooker ball, then we have ice cream, which is am I blind? Yes, I am. There you go. We had a hypercube, fidget spinner, and cookie jars. Bingo. They're all over here on the left, and snooker ball is on the right. So again, left column, and snooker ball is the odd one out. Okay. I really do hope that's that, and then the fact that it's in this column isn't just a coincidence. I'm a bit surprised though that they went with cookie jar instead of domino, because then it would be an even clearer indication that these four sort of go together, and that this one here is way off. But let's see. So what else have I not identified yet? It seems that the flags are the only ones. Right, okay. Oh, double expert. Double expert. So maybe the zebra is on double expert. Double expert, please. Thank you. I was right. It is there, and it is also in the 1 to 15 column, which means emerald is the odd one out, which we've already identified. Alright, so let's go back to the original puzzle. I know that there are these X's here on the bottom, but first I want to get a sort of overview and see which ones... I want to mark the ones where I still don't know what the odd one out is, as well as the ones where I don't even know what the reference is. There we go. So we don't know this one. Creation. Oh, we didn't find anything for creation in the last two. That is interesting. Okay, so creation is unclear. Let's see, this is all done. Footnotes is still unclear. Keypad, I haven't looked at that, so let's take a quick look at that. Keypad, so we're looking at the AE, okay, I can already see that the star is the one that's not in the same column as all the others. Okay. So the star is the odd one out. Let's go with that. In listening, yep, we've identified that one. Maritime flags, I'm still not sure. Oh, since so many of them were dealing with columns, maybe it's what columns they're in. I really hope that this... okay, so the columns are shown in a different orientation in the mobile view, so I should probably use this view. Let's see, embed is here. Can I mark this? No, I can't. Alright, reduced. Okay, so the others all start with R and S. So they're all in this column because they're alphabetically before steered. Yes. So in that case, I'm going to assume that embed is the odd one out. So this will be 2, 4, 5, 6, column 6. Alright, what else? We've identified everything else. Okay, so let's see what the stuff at the bottom of the right, so I strongly suspect that some of these may be module names. Alright, let's actually... the last one is gonna be zoo. Oh, they're probably gonna be in alphabetical order. Oh, that is very likely true. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna add another column. Let's remove the thing, and then I'm gonna put the coloring for each of these. So Braille, B-R-A-I-L-L-E. So this is extremely likely to be Braille. So let's take a quick look at this. This is literally just green, or I'm gonna call it lime. What module uses these exact colors? I mean, how many are there anyway? Let's see. So given that, right, there are two. Let's go to creation. Let's go to creation and fill in. No, wolf is not on creation. Okay, what could be on creation? Zebra is not on creation. Of course it isn't, because it's on double expert. But which one of these? Like, if anything, it would be the wolf. Let's take a look at zoo. It's the turtle. It's the turtle, isn't it? It just so happens that the turtle is also on. This one is called a tortoise in the zoo names thing. Right, so the things that we had were camel, eagle, hippopotamus, and seal. And of course, there is also a wolf on the zoo module, and the wolf is I know it's here somewhere. There you go. So the wolf would be the odd one out for zoo, and then the turtle, I'm pretty sure, is going to be in creation. And this one does not require swamp, or maybe it does. We'll find out. Turtle. There we go. Turtle. Down here, it's water and egg. Aha. Okay. Let's see. I already looked for something that would be kind of similar to a durian, so... But that's the only candidate. That's the only... unless seal? No. Lizard, which of these looks like a seal? Dinosaur? No, it's not gonna be dinosaur, is it? Yeah, I don't think it's any of these. And besides, given that the one that we just found, turtle, doesn't involve swamp, that one is likely to be the odd one out. So this would have to be something that involves swamp. Tar, pollen, life. Could it just be life? Bacteria, lizard, moss, worm. I didn't see any of those things in this picture. Right, the only candidates here are the seal, or the sort of aquatic animal, and the durian. This is okay. Maybe I'll figure this out once I know what the missing modules are. So let's keep going. Okay, so Braille is definitely this. Okay. Right, these are clearly cheap checkout and cheat checkout. I should probably write the no. How do I? Oh, I see. There we go. I'm gonna write the actual color codes. So for lime, of course, it is FF. There you go. Okay, and then this one, which is alphabetically after that. Oh! These are colors from Odd One Out. I've been saying the phrase Odd One Out this whole time. And, oh my gosh. Okay, let's check this out. So this is obviously creation. Double expert. Yep, that seems... No, that does not fit. D-O-U-B-L-E. No, D-O-U-B-L-E. E-X-P-E-R-T. Okay, so this is double expert. And it means that there is something in between. Possibly unknown, but I'm just going to put a empty line there. And that... I'm going to put the... the color code is obviously going to be zeros. And I'm going to put this. I think I missed one there. All right. Encryption bingo, right? B-I-N-G-O, E-N-C-R-Y-P-T-I-O. Whoops. Encryption bingo doesn't fit. This one might fit, encryption bingo, so maybe there is another module in between those. Yeah, this is clearly European travel. European, yeah, okay. So that means that, okay, let's put them all down in order so I don't miss one. So this is obviously that. And encryption bingo. I really need to be careful here that I don't lose track of what's where. European travel. Let's see. Footnotes, that looks plausible. Aha! There is something before heraldry. Heraldry. I think this is heraldry. And then we have this. Wait. Isn't that footnotes? Oh, it's this one that I'm...
I keep skipping over things. Okay, let's put that here and put that in between. So that's heraldry, and then this is obviously kanji. And then we have keypad. Listening, yes, listening. Okay, now obviously that's white. Whoops, I meant to put that here. Let's see, maritime flags. Yes, maritime flags, very good. Mortal Kombat. Object shows. Yep, that is object shows. Old fogey. Terraria Quiz. Aha, there's something before tune enough. Oh, wait. It could be the Ultra Cube. Ultra, yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's the Ultra Cube, and it's listed alphabetically before tune enough. Ultra, yep, this one doesn't fit Ultra Cube, so I think that's that. So that's the Ultra Cube, and then we have tune enough. And this is obviously Westeros. Who's on first with the revealing apostrophe, and Zoo with its revealing shortness. Okay. So we now know. Oh, I forgot to put down the X's for the ones that we don't. I keep forgetting something somewhere. So let's see. I'm just gonna look for 88088. 880088, that one. So that goes here, and then this one is going to be that. Okay, so now we need to identify those modules. That shouldn't be hard because we know alphabetically where they are. So I'm just gonna look at the entire list. I'm gonna sort by name. I'm gonna make sure nothing is filtered out, even widgets. And now we just find creation in this list, and then we find double expert is quite a bit further down. So we're looking for something with 2 words, and the second word is 5 letters. Let's go. Here we go. Cryptic cycle. That's where the Puzzle glyphs go, right? Yeah, okay. Cryptic cycle. In fact, I should probably just put those 2 things here and just delete this row and put this in its place. There we go. Okay, then after double expert, we're looking for something with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters in the second word, and before encryption bingo. Not dragon energy. 8 pages. Nope, the first word is too long for that. And then we find encryption bingo. Is it encrypted values? Encrypted. It could be encrypted values, I guess. Let me. Encrypted Morse. Wait, why did I think encrypted values with 5 letters? That's obviously not 5 letters. Encrypted Morse, however, fits, and it seems to me that's the only one that fits. So let's see. Oh, is that what it is? Okay, so the pie is actually a cheesecake. The button is actually detonate, because I remember it said detonate. And one of these icons was seashells. That would be this one. So let's put retirement here and seashells here. We're dead. Remember. Oh, souvenir. Souvenir is one of them. Bingo. That's this one. Okay. So let's see. So we have cheesecake, detonate, seashells, and souvenir. So we're looking for one of these. Let's see. Oh, sad face. That's what the wingdings thing was. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so sad face, seashells, souvenir, and detonate and cheesecake. Okay, so we have cheesecake, detonate, sad face seashells, and souvenir. So obviously they're all on the left except for the souvenir thing, which is on the right. So I'm gonna call this encrypted Morse, and the commonality was left column, and souvenir is the odd one out. All right. Now, what was this? This is the color code for encrypted Morse, so let's put that here, move that to its place, and delete the extra row. And now we need to find something that comes after footnotes, but before heraldry, and it has 4 letters in the first word, so it's not one of the forgets. Gray cipher, I guess? Nope. The second word is too long for that. Grid matching. M-A-T-C-H-I-N. Nope, that's not long enough. And then we get to heraldry. Okay, did I miss it? Well, if it was grid matching, what could possibly be it? So I don't think it's grid matching anyway. All right. Let me make sure that this is right. So footnotes would have 9 X's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's this one. And yes, that one comes after that. And this one is heraldry. Yep. So we're looking for something with 4 letters between footnotes and heraldry. So I'm going to go through this again in case I missed it. Maybe it's immediately after footnotes or something. Nope, it's not here. 4-card Monty, obviously not. Oh, free parking. Yes, I did miss it. Okay, this has got to be free parking. So obviously free parking deals with these tokens, and indeed the cat is one of them. So let's put this on the left. Let's make this a bit smaller so I can see all of the columns. Let's put that here. Oh, come on. Can I please? Yes, let's do this. Okay, that worked. Okay, there we go. Okay, so for free parking, we have the battleship. Okay, battleship. Bingo, that goes here. Which of these? I'm not sure. Maritime flags. Gonna have to come back to that. It would have to be one of those two, wouldn't it? Unless one of those belongs in one of the other categories. But we'll get to that. So the next one here, Morse War or Shikaku. Let's see if anything else in here. No. I don't know which ones of these refer to so where's the one where we had, oh, maybe I even forgot to write down the cat, because I'm not seeing, whoops, I'm not seeing the word cat anywhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, I put that under Tune Enough. Well, neither of these is from Tune Enough either. Let's take a look at, let's take a look at image 2 again, which was this one. So there's the cat, and Maritime Flags is literally the module, and Mega Man 2 is literally the module. Neither of those could be, oh, of course, no, they could be mentioned in free parking, so maybe it's not the cat after all, because you see, we have these. Okay, so free parking. So Battleship might not even be it. Or it could be, because Battleship is mentioned here. And so, bingo, here we go. So that's Battleship, that's Maritime Flags. Okay, there we go. That's Morse War. And there's a semaphore. And then this will be the odd one out. Let's see, the screw, is the screw mentioned? The screw is not mentioned. Retirement. Retirement is mentioned, and it's not in the same group. Come on, let's take that out, put that here, and the category is last row, and retirement is the odd one out. Phew! So we managed that. So let's, I'm just gonna remove those rows at the top afterwards, once I've got everything. Right, let's go back. So footnotes is done. No, sorry, free parking is done. I still don't know what the connection is in footnotes. And I don't know what the creation thing here is. I mean, I'm almost certain that it's the fruit, right? I mean, what else could it possibly be? I just don't know what part of the creation manual that is. Well, anyway, let's keep going. Oh, it seems that I've identified all of the modules, right? There are no more X's in here, and I've got all of these. So this is 26, which means not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them, because it's 27, because it's 3 times 3 times 3, which means there will be an odd one out. Alright. So I'm going to change these into the notation that I have in this manual here. So I'm going to change 0, 0 to 0, 8, 8 to 1, and FF to 2, and get rid of the hashtags. There we go. And put that in here. No, can I format these as plain text, please, and then paste that? Thank you. Okay, 0, 2, 2 is Aqua. 0, 1, 2 is Azure. 1, 1, 1 is Boulder. Let's put the mouse out of the way. 2, 1, 0 is Carrot. 2, 2, 2 is Ceramic. 1, 2, 0 is Chartreuse. And then we have 0, 0, 2. That would be Denim. 2, 2, 1 is Dolly. 101 is Eggplant. 202 is Fuchsia. It just occurred to me that there is actually a faster way of doing it, which is to sort this entire list by the number, and then I can literally just paste it in here from the manual. But right now I'm enjoying this, so I'm gonna keep going. Heliotrope. I really like these color names, which is why I chose them, obviously. 220 would be Lemon. And then we have 100, which is Maroon. 121, 12, aha. Oh no, I was gonna say that's the odd one out, or the missing one, but it isn't. 110 is Olive. Then 112 is Periwinkle, one of my favorite color names. Rose. 211, aha, 211. 211 is the one that's missing, Salmon. Let me very quickly check if Salmon is the answer. And make sure this is the right answer code. Yes, it is. That's not the right... that would have surprised me, because then all of this would have been unnecessary, and only identifying the colors would have done it. So this is Scarlet. Then we have 021 is Spring. Then we have 000, which is Swamp. 011 is Teal. 122 is Turquoise. And finally 102 is Violet. Now I have a suspicion that I'm going to have to sort by these. But before I do that, I want to know like what the next step would be. Alright, so I don't think I need the actual puzzle anymore. I think I've made use of all of the information in it. Outrageous. Why does it say outrageous? Maybe that's a hint. No, or it is not. Why is it called Weird Wall? Let's see if there is a KTANE module with weird in the name. There is. Or a synonym for weird, such as strange or odd. Of course, odd one out. That's why it says Weird Wall. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. So I don't think Weird Al Yankovic is at all relevant. So let's go back to this. Okay, I'm going to condense this. Okay, so let's write down the odd ones out for each thing. I don't know which one is the odd one out here. At oatmeal raisin, turtle, tea, Emerald, Souvenir, I in New York Point, Retirement, Forchi, Autumn. I'm gonna write down star because I suspect that the first letters, I suspect the first letters because I noticed that, here is one that starts with a vowel, here is one that starts with a vowel. So there are quite a few that start with a vowel, which is normally not that common, unless, of course, the author intentionally chose them. And here's another one that starts with a vowel. Then we have Heart Rip, Snooker Ball, another vowel. That is quite an unusual incidence of vowels. And it's really cool that they chose a name where the first and last name both start with the same letter, so we don't have to worry about which one it is. Okay, now comes the big moment. If I sort all of this by the, no, it's under data, sort. If I sort this by the odd one out color name, we get MREW. That is a disappointment. I was really hoping that that would give me a clue phrase. That is really, really disappointing. Let's see what just the letter is. Aha. Okay, so that actually does look a bit like a word. So it's possible that I just got some of it wrong, although it would have to be quite a lot of it wrong. Reverse. Maybe I'm not supposed to sort by the. Maybe I'm supposed to sort by the numbers. In which case, you know what? Yeah, let's undo the sort. There we go. Put the colors in that order here, and then press. Damn it! Now I need to. Okay, let's actually copy and paste the entire sheet like this, and then undo up to the point where I had the numbers in here, like that. And now let's copy and paste those numbers and then redo everything. Okay, that works. Okay, now let's go back to before I did the sort. Now I don't need that anymore, and now I can add another column on the left and put these numbers in. And now I can sort everything by that. Okay, fun times, here we go. Sort by column A. Aha, that gives me something indeed. Alright, let's give us the first letter. And it says the first something versus something wizard. Okay, are we missing? Okay, we are missing salmon. Okay, so okay, well, the first was. What could this be? Okay, so I wanna see if I can fill in that missing, because it's clearly intended to say wizard, but it's missing the I. So let me see how many things are listed here, because if this is 27, it is 27, so I actually missed one, and I missed the one that is salmon. So let's go to odd one out, find salmon, and that is 211, which means we're looking for FF8888. It is the very first one. It's the very first one. Okay, so there is one alphabetically before Braille. Okay, so let's take a look at the list again. And let's find Braille in this list and find something that matches this, 433. Trying not to go too fast, but also don't want to take too long. Okay, so 433. Nope, that does not fit. What is it? What is it? 433. I must have missed it. It's not one of these, is it? No. Okay, let's go back to Braille. And, you know, I'm going to abbreviate this, and I'm just going to copy this entire list. Come on. Let's do this. Copy just the names up to and not including Braille, which is here. So let's just copy that and find some. I don't need that anymore. I don't think I need that anymore. Okay, and now find something that matches this pattern. 4, 3, 3. So we want 4, 3, 3, and then end of line. Boot to big. Alright, boot to big. There you go. Okay, so that means that these other module names that we have up here, can I just very quickly unfreeze the left, because I don't think I need that frozen anymore. There we go. So I can scroll to the right and see just the thing. So we have Mega Man 2 is here, Shikaku, the Screw, and Zoo. Shikaku, the Screw, and Zoo, which means that the last image should have something. Where is free parking? Because I seem to recall that I put something there that I wasn't sure. No, retirement is... Oh! I listed retirement okay. Is retirement actually in both of those? Oh, wait, this column is the odd one out. Maybe I should mark this so I can tell. There we go. Let's also do this. There you go. Okay, let's go back to this, boot to big. So we've got, IKEA. Bingo, that is the odd one out. Okay. Right, so we have boot to big, and that would be the salmon, which, if I remember correctly, was 211. Yes, indeed. And IKEA would be the odd one out, which is indeed the missing I. Right, so if I do this, and then sort again, sort all of this by column A. Come on, format, no, data, sort by column A. And now the I will be in the right place to form the word wizard. Okay, so asterisk seems to be the odd one out here. I mean, we want something to start with alpha, and asterisk is the only one that starts with alpha. So maybe my theory about things being either double or 2 is indeed the connection. So I can consider that solved. We can consider that solved. Now for this one here, we want either E, B, P, R, or H. Oh, Spare Wizard. Spare Wizard is the name of a module author, a modder. So therefore then the Raven would have to be the odd one out, but I don't know why. Is it because... it's probably because it's the only one that doesn't have low. But this one is also the only one that doesn't have medium, so if that is... Oh, or wait, I should probably look at the columns, like... Oh, it's all in one column. So no, that's not it. Okay. Right, let's just go with that. The first modules. So this is not actually souvenir in encrypted Morse. Encrypted Morse. Okay, so we're looking for cheesecake, detonate, sad face. Oh, I see. Okay, all of those are responses, and detonate is the only one that's a message. Okay, responses, and in that case, detonate. Yeah, so that would be detonate, so we get a D. And then I'm guessing, we didn't even look at who's on first at all. And obviously it's going to be the, oh yeah, let's look at the original manual. So let's see. Wait and write. Wait and write. Okay, let's find wait here. Oh, wait isn't on the top, so it must be something about this. Wait and... Where's write? There it is. I see it. I've seen it. What do those have in common? Wait, there is something that starts with wait and right. And then is there a done, u? Yes, there is one that starts with done, u. Let's mark the ones that we found. Wait, right is that. And then sure and you are. That would be this one. Then we have you and then your apostrophe. And finally, that one would be the odd one out. Oh, but that one is also listed. So why would that be the odd one out? I don't know. It's, right, okay, anyway, the first modules versus, oh, V. Oh, okay, I see. It's actually supposed to say the first module by spare wizard, so the odd one out here should have been, oh, I see. Instead of V, it could, you know, it could be either VY or YV. That's ambiguous. So the author probably intended for this to be YV. And then here, why would that be a B? The filled in star, let's see. Keypad. Okay, well, let's see. So we had the omega, we had the this symbol, we had the AE. Does that come up anywhere else? No. All of the other ones are unique to this column. In fact, all of the symbols are unique. So whether it's star or filled in star doesn't start with B, but I'm just gonna go with this now. So what is in fact the first module by Spare Wizard? Let's search for authors and sort by date published. It would be astrology. So let's see if astrology is the right answer. And it is! Okay. That was an absolutely massive and amazing puzzle. And here is future Timwee with an addendum. Now that the puzzle has been published, let's take a look at all the things that we couldn't figure out. I've marked them here in red in the spreadsheet that we created. But before I get to those, one thing that I didn't notice at all throughout the entire solve is that every single one of these rows has all of their items in alphabetical order. Beating, gaining, insist, rather, strings, they're all in alphabetical order. So, this one here in image 4, that's the little spiky ball, which I kept saying looks like a durian fruit, and it still kind of does, but apparently this is supposed to be a microscopic image of pollen. And not only does that make sense in terms of that it is something on creation that does use swamp, but it also fits alphabetically in between moss and turtle, so that's great. Then next we have this one here. Now this is the only one that was an actual problem with the module. Let me remind you what was going on here. So what was going on was that we had these entries here. And it wasn't clear whether the odd one out would be the only one on the right side or the only one that is message rather than response. So to address this, the author has changed sad face to no explode. So now you have 2 things on the right, 3 things on the left, so the only thing different, the only one that has a single answer is detonate because it's the only one that's a message. Alright, so now instead of sad face, it says no detonate, and as you can see, it is still in alphabetical order. So let me show you in the image here, where it used to have the frowny face, it now has an explosion with a no in front. So that's a representation of no explode. Alright, next. Here in the who's on first list, now you may think these are not in alphabetical order like all the other ones are. And we thought that this one had to be the odd one out because it needed to start with U. But that's not actually how this works. Let's take a quick look at who's on first. Not the alphabetized version, but the original. And let's find each of those entries. So let's find wait, right. And we notice that is the beginning of the line for blank. So this actually represents blank. And then we have done, U, so that represents UR. Then we have sure UR, which represents U. Then we have U, comma, your apostrophe, that represents your apostrophe. And finally, the UH, and UR represents your. Okay, now, why? So now we would need UR to be the odd one out for it to start with U. And it turns out it is, but let me show you why. So if we go back to the first page on Who's on First, you will notice that blank is here, U is here, your is here, and your apostrophe is here. All of them have the I on the middle right, but UR is the one that has it in the top right, so that is in fact the odd one out. Alright, so that's that taken care of. So that's the odd one out. Now, I couldn't figure out why the filled-in star would start with B, but of course it's because it's a black star, which is actually the official Unicode name of that character. I really should have known that. I will get to this one in a second. Now here, the alphabetical order really should have helped, because what I had here is I had Bluebird. Bluebird. And that was quite embarrassing. Alright, let me first fix all of this. Okay, so we had Bluebird in cheap checkout, and this one had high, low, medium, HLM, right? And now we couldn't figure out which one was the odd one out, because this one was the only one that doesn't have a medium, and Raven is the only one that doesn't have a low. But at the same time, I also complained that the picture wasn't actually of a bluebird, but of a blue jay. What I should have realized is that a blue jay is of course a specific species of jay. So the correct answer here is actually J, which will also fit alphabetically between egret and pipit, which is the bit that I didn't realize. And I believe that I've put the correct dollar amount for the J there, which doesn't really matter. The dollar amount isn't part of the puzzle, but this is low, high, low, which means that we now have two of them that don't have medium, and we also have two of them that don't have high. So it is the single one that doesn't have low that is the odd one out, which we did correctly figure out, but only through the clue phrase. But this is the mistake that we made. Now in image number 4 we had one of those flags, this one here, the black-red flag. Now it is unfortunate that Google image search didn't find it quite as easily, and in fact I also looked at this list of Dutch flags, which has some of the municipal flags, but not all of them. If I had paid closer attention, I would have noticed this. For a more comprehensive list, see the list of municipal flags, and it turns out there are actually quite a lot. And the one that we're looking for is right here, and it's the flag of Nijmegen. So the correct answer there would have been Nijmegen, and we would have found that Nijmegen is indeed on European travel, and it is listed under the destination cities with 2, 3, 4. Now the 2, 3, 4 obviously doesn't matter, but the point is that the flag is a perfectly valid flag for a Dutch city. Alright, that leaves us with these. Now here is the thing. The author has stated that, okay, let's take this one as an example. The author has stated that because you can see the arrow on top of the cube, that must mean that the other arrow that goes off of the arrow that you can see must be going into the cube, right? It can't poke out at you, because then it would poke away from the cube. Alternatively, if it were to poke at you, it would have to do that here at the start of this arrow. So either way, you would get the right answer. But even if we hadn't realized that, we could also have realized it through the alphabetical ordering. We know that this one here can only be either XY or YZ, XY or YX, and obviously VY would be alphabetically after that. So that way we could have determined that this one must be YV, and then again, to maintain the alphabetical order, this one would have to be XY. So we could have totally logicked it out, and it would have been totally fine. And that way, the entire puzzle is now perfectly fine, perfectly valid. The clue phrase can be deduced entirely from all of these clues, and we get the answer, which was astrology. Okay, so thank you very much for this puzzle there. I totally forgot who it was by. It was by Tasthing. Thank you for this absolutely amazing puzzle. It was very extensive. I had a lot of fun doing this. And I hope to see you again next time when we solve another KTANE Puzzle Plethora puzzle in another edition of Timway Presents.